Hi, I'm Rhonda Schur, and I am the host of Unleashing LinkedIn, and you are listening to Society Bites Radio. And today, I am really excited about my guest. My guest is Eric Wheeler, and Eric is somebody that I've known for a while. In fact, I didn't even remember that we had met several years ago until we reconnected through, of course, my favorite platform, LinkedIn. So let me tell you a little bit about Eric, and then we're just going to kind of jump in, find out about his background, and he's going to share with you today about a new platform to create all of your funnels because he's a technology guy. Eric is actually an open source technology enthusiast, and he has a passion for cutting edge marketing technology. Unlike me, I stay in my lane. That's why I hire people like Eric. He has a gift for taking complex systems and breaking it down into simple, easy to understand steps and automating the process. Eric spent 7 years working with marketing platforms to build websites, funnels, and sales pages for clients and team members in various online opportunities. And currently, he is dedicating his focus to a new high-tech, high-technology company that he's going to share a lot of information about today, providing a single platform that is a complete marketing and online business solution for a company's online presence. And I actually am using that platform and hired Eric to help me guide me through it. So Eric, welcome to Unleashing LinkedIn.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited that you're here. Tell us just a little bit about your background and, how you got to be this technology enthusiast.
Well, the story goes back to the year 2000. My girlfriend at the time was a database programmer from back in the punch card times. So she was a maven. She knew everything about computers, probably forgot more than most people ever knew. And I get my first laptop having been in the construction industry for a long time and knew I needed it for my business moving forward. So she gave me this laptop that had Windows on it, and I asked her, I said, "This thing is broken." And she says, "What do you mean?" And I explained to her, and she goes, "No, that's the way it comes." And I said, "Well, is there anything that works? That I need a good tool." And she turned me on to a program called Linux. Now, it's not for your average person. So it's not PC and it's not Mac. It's what runs most of the internet. And it does have a really steep learning curve at the beginning, but it's a little more stable. So that kind of set me on my journey into technology and moving away from building homes to online presence and website development.
Wow. And I know that the way that we reconnected was actually through our mutual mentor, right? Joel Bauer.
Correct.
And you have become an expert on, we've all heard of ClickFunnels. We've used it, great platform, but, like anything, there's always something that comes out that's newer, better, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, because I know I have had you help me to create a funnel, but tell us a little bit about GrooveFunnels and what you're doing with it and how it works and what it's going to do, because I think nobody really knows about it yet. So let's tell them.
Yeah. So I think the name of it, GrooveFunnels, is a little misleading because that is not all it does. As a matter of fact, that is just the very tip of the iceberg. The system, the platform actually has all of the tools that you don't know you need until you actually need them. And I'll give you an example. When I started in construction, I found somebody who knew how to build a house. I wanted to learn, and I went to him, and he needed help. So I learned from this man. It was my mentor. And, when I went out on my own, I didn't know all of the tools that I would need. But as I went, with different projects and started doing, having more clients, I found that there were certain tools I didn't have that were essential for me to scale and move forward and really become effective. Same thing with GrooveFunnels. If you just have a funnel builder, a website, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You have to find a way to maintain engagement with your clients, i.e., email follow up, automating that process, so you're not spending all of your time trying to do everything manually.
And don't you
So
need a lot of different systems to do that? I mean, you need an email platform, and then you need a platform to create your landing pages, and then you need another platform for your shopping cart. I mean,
correct.
it's kind of like, you're just kind of going down, if you're use the analogy of going to Lowe's or Home Depot, you're just kind of throwing things in your cart, but you don't really know how they work together.
Sure, sure. And then when you go and consult with the guy that's in the plumbing section, who sends you also over to the guy in the electrical section, who also sends you to the guy in the flooring section, just to get one little project you thought would be fairly easy done. So, you know, the thing that I love about this and the reason I have shifted my focus is this platform has everything. It's created by a software genius who actually happens to be a marketing genius as well, and has created some of the largest, most profitable online software systems in existence. As a matter of fact, his previous companies that he was bought out of due to a conflict of interest as far as providing customer service is in the Inc. 5000. So his track record is impeccable. What he's putting together is something that he's always wanted for himself, which is everything in one platform, one architecture, one tech person when it comes to making everything purr like a kitten.
So you're talking about a system that basically is going to allow you to put a webinar on that'll be, forever, right? Similar to EverWebinar or Webinar Jam for people that know that. You're talking about a system that basically you can send your emails, create your landing pages, because at one level or another, we're all using digital marketing. But one of the questions I have is, number one, who is it for? And number two, really, how easy is it to use for those of us that are not as technically savvy as you are?
Well, I think it's for anyone who wants to have an online presence that is committed to growing that presence, integrating their social media, having all of their content in one place protected. I mean, it's for anyone who wants to work online, whether you're a corporation with 100 people or you are an infopreneur or a solopreneur. It really has everything you would need to go from $100, $200 a month or a week or a day to into the millions of dollars every year.
It's funny because we had another guest. I had another guest on the show who you may know. Actually, his name is Gregory Joseph, and in addition to being a healer, he's also somebody who reads faces. And one of the things that Gregory and I are going to be putting together is a membership course where we're going to be able to teach people how to identify certain facial features to help give them an advantage. How could somebody like Gregory, who is he has a product and he has a service, right? He helps people by teaching them how to read faces. How would somebody like him, or perhaps maybe it's somebody who's selling a health product, or it's a doctor or an insurance person, give us some examples about some of the capabilities of this system and how they could use it?
Yeah. So membership sites are where you can take your content, create it one time, house it there, and have that process automated for the delivery of to your new clients that purchase your system. So that could be online, it could be someone in Singapore pays for your membership, gets the automatic login, is able to access the information, and obviously you would be able to follow up with them, all automated while you were asleep, which I think is completely exciting. I mean, that's one thing that is the dream. It's like Amazon. At 2 in the morning you decide you need something that was that you see on somewhere online, because you couldn't sleep, and you go in and you buy something, and then as you're checking out, there's a little pop-up that comes out that says, hey, other people have bought this and this. Well, this platform is not only going to have that kind of technology, it's also going to have an e-commerce shopping site, so you could have your products online 24/7. You could have your membership site online 24/7. You could have your webinars, your sales pages, websites, you name it, everything online and available and accessible via payment method while you sleep.
One of the things that, I don't know if you remember, but remember with Office Depot, they used to have the easy button, right?
Yes.
You just
Yes.
press the easy button. Well, I'm one of those people that is very intimidated by technology, not LinkedIn. That I could do in my sleep, okay? But when it comes to the technology part of things, that is where I've always gotten stopped. And I know that one of the things that I set up recently, and this is just one of the uses, so jump in, but I was doing a webinar, and on the webinar, people said, well, how can we learn more? And I didn't have anything set up. So I said, well, just send me an email to unleashingllinkedin@gmail, and I'll send you information about my upcoming free masterclass, which, by the way, did not exist at that moment, okay? And so what I was able to do with your help, and I'd love to just have you kind of go through, but using the drag and drop, I was able to create a landing page for that masterclass that I could then send out. And I think I have about 60 people registered, probably from just the first 100 emails. But talk a little bit about how easy it is to use, and also the feature I think that a lot of people don't know about, which is, we see a lot of other stuff that we like. We see, even in LinkedIn, people see profiles, they go, oh, can you make mine like that? So you see other people's landing pages and websites, and you also want to keep the integrity, right? Because we never want to steal someone's stuff. But Groove Pages has some really cool capabilities. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So anyone's website online, millions and billions of websites, the only thing that is copyright protected are the images and the actual text. Maybe it's they wrote copy that's compelling, that does a good job of converting. GrooveFunnels is going to have the ability to go to any website that say you just love the way that the site is laid out, it navigates really easy, everything about it is wonderful, and you go in and you try to find a contact form, and you want to send them, who designed your website for you. Well, GrooveFunnels is going to actually have the capacity to take any URL on the internet and paste it into your Groove Pages form, and with the click of a button, it will bring in the structure of the site, excluding all of the copy, excluding all of the pictures, and import it into your account. And then you can go in and edit, change the colors the way you want them, but then you would have the basic structure to set up your site, and as fast as you could change images and put your text in replace of theirs.
Wow. So one of the things that comes to mind for me especially is the training, because it isn't something that, comes naturally to most of us. It's a little bit of, okay, how do I do this? Talk about the training and the learning curve with this, and how people, how soon somebody could actually be able to create a landing page like I did, or to create that membership site. Talk a little bit about that, because I think people want to know, and also share with people about the free version of this software, because most people think, oh my God, this must cost a fortune, and there's a free version. So why don't you